Yeah, I was ready, they didn't have my back. They were petty, I stayed in my bed. On that petty, I brought it right back.
Man, that man said, Rick, I mean, hopefully he takes votes away from Biden. Oh, man, I got to hit my siren. It's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be good. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, man, I hope y'all are having a good day, man. But this one was sent in from Julie and also via kind donation, and always sending me amazing emails. I don't even know how I'm keeping up right now, y'all, because I literally have received thousands, like almost 2,000 emails in the past 2 weeks just from OkayRickk alone, my main channel. So we've sent out so many mega hats. So many people have won hats, and we're still sending them out. So, man, it's just, wow. It's a lot of love, man. A lot of true patriots. A lot of people that just won't change. A lot of people that are just sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And a lot of people that see the disgusting, sickening corruption that is going on, that has taken place. All this election interference, all this stuff. We've been covering it, you guys. We've been dropping videos and videos. We've been covering it. But let's check this one out. This one's titled, Robert just made history. So let's check it out. But Julie sent it over, so I know she sent over amazing videos. And we've reacted to Liberal Hive Mind videos before. So yeah, this gotta be interesting. That's how we're gonna put it. Interesting. Y'all ready, family? Let's crank it. Link will be in the description box down below if y'all want to check it out for yourself.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, after all their anti-democratic efforts, the same people who are constantly going on and on about democracy, democracy this and democracy that, after all their pathetic little attempts to rid the ballot of RFK Jr.'s name in some of the most important states, I mean, just think about it. Democrats took legal action to attempt to stop or bar a legitimate presidential candidate from the ballot in multiple states, starting with Nevada, of course, which we previously covered. Wow, amazing democratic ideals, right? Well, after all their pathetic little anti-democratic attempts, it's culminated in more failure. The end result is they have not succeeded in their task. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. made the ballot in Nevada, as well as many other states. And of course, the next state on the list that we kept talking about, or that we put so much emphasis on, was Michigan. The Rust Belt is the #1 focus right now, namely Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. How those states vote is going to steer the direction of the country. It's going to decide who gets to be the next president, whether that's Joe Biden or Donald J. Trump. And well, I love to be the bearer of bad news for Democrats, so here it is. RFK Jr. just made the ballot in Michigan. Yep, that's music to my ears. You can hear the echoes of leftist screeches in the background. National polls don't matter anymore. It's now officially a three-way race. No more hypothetical, regardless of how much of a hissy fit the Kennedy family throws. RFK Jr. is officially in this thing. It's legitimate. And so let's take a look at how that impacts things, shall we? We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks.
They say he has a presidential name, but just maybe not this go-round. He has a presidential name, but just not this go-round.
So let's first start off with the news. This is the most important little bit of news in terms of election analysis that's dropped to date.
Presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has officially qualified for the ballot here in Michigan. The Secretary of State says he'll run on the Natural Law Party ticket in the state. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, his family showed up to boost one of his rivals. A dozen members of the Kennedy dynasty took the stage to endorse President Biden for another term. They believe his independent presidential campaign threatens to split the Democratic vote and tip the balance towards Donald Trump. This is the latest in the battle between RFK Jr. and his family over the Kennedy family legacy. His sister Carrie says American rights and freedoms are in jeopardy, and unity is the only thing that can save them. Likely be a close race in November. President Biden won the state in 2020, but President Trump won in 2016. Both decided by less than 1% of the vote. The last poll shows Kennedy with 12% support in the state.
You know, previously we celebrated some other states that RFK Jr. made the ballot, but most of those states aren't really contentious, at least according to the polling data. I mean, you never know what's going to happen on election day. You never know what surprises we're going to be hit with, not only on election day, but in terms of October surprises and whatnot. But as for now, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, they seem pretty safely in the R column, pretty safely in the Trump column. The three states that are most competitive and most hard to predict at this point. The closest races that we're seeing are in the Rust Belt battlegrounds. Well, again, we've been covering these trends. RFK Jr. entering the race changes the dynamic substantially. And of course, we've been analyzing the effects of RFK Jr. entering this race, splitting the vote, and the effect at this point is unanimous. Third-party candidates provide Donald Trump a massive edge in some of the most important, crucial swing states. And now that we got our eyes on Michigan, well, the effect remains obvious. In a five-way race including independent candidates, Donald Trump leads in every single poll. Take a look here, anywhere from a +2 to a +5 lead, which has remained steady for the past few months. I think Democrats once again shot themselves in the foot, a serious political miscalculation here. You know, they've been going on and on and on about democracy, but when you make yourself look like a huge hypocrite, the blue anon vote blue no matter who people won't question any of it, but the honest people, those who are more on the fence, people who you wouldn't describe as Biden loyals or DNC loyals, well, they notice the clear hypocrisy, the utter dishonesty. You can't talk about democracy and then engage in the most undemocratic actions in recent memory. We gotta save American democracy from the evil orange man. That's all we ever hear. But the only people who seem to be an enemy to democracy are those warning about the imminent threat that democracy faces. And I'm not the only one who notices this. In fact, it's kind of part of RFK Jr.'s messaging campaign. We covered this clip the other day.
I can make the argument that President Biden is a much worse threat to democracy. And the reason for that is President Biden is the first candidate in history, the first president in history that has used the federal agencies to censor political speech, so to censor his opponent.
And who do you think that message is for? You think that's for Republicans? No. Donald Trump's support remains stagnant. Nobody's defecting from the Trump camp to go vote for RFK Jr., and if there are some of those people, they're an extreme, insignificant minority. But on the left-wing side, a lot of people seem to be kind of getting the message, seeing what's going on, and it bothers them. For Pete's sakes, even socialist Cenk Uygur, far-left progressive Cenk Uygur, is now officially going on the record stating that he's openly considering voting for RFK Jr. because of the issue of, you guessed it, democracy, or at least the hypocrisy on the issue.
The headlines are wrong. He didn't say that Biden is definitely a bigger threat. He said he could make an argument for that. And you've got to be careful with that. And you know what the mainstream media loves to do. They love to smear anyone who's an outsider. So boom, they took that as an opportunity to do that. So he's right about that. Number two, he's right to be concerned about Biden being a threat to democracy himself. Maybe not for the reasons that he's stating, but Biden did support anti-democratic movements within the primary. The Democratic Party canceled the election in Florida. They try to keep out every candidate in North Carolina, Tennessee, etc. So they love to rig elections. Yes, I use the word rigged, okay? So you can go cry about it if you're mainstream media. How about you do your job and talk about how they canceled the election in Florida in the primary and just declared Biden the winner. So if you're gonna make the argument that you're a champion.
Oh boy, we've talked about that now. We've talked about what... You might want to go look at one of our recent videos that just went damn near viral. I tell you, boy, a lot of things been hitting the fan lately. A lot of people been coming out, a lot of whistleblowers. Oh man. A lot of people are coming out now. Yeah. Don't even get me started about the mail-in ballots. I tell you, we did a video about that. That video went almost viral too. Go look at OkayRickk. There's a lot of stuff going on. They just, they've been hiding. But don't worry. What Grandma used to say back in the day, y'all? What's done in the dark must come to the light. Rest in peace to Grandma, man. She was a real one, man. Grandma used to make that apple pie with that cinnamon on there. And then she would go to the store, and spend her last $5. And she got vanilla ice cream, y'all. And she said, "Here, baby, come get this apple pie with this vanilla ice cream." I say, "Grandma, you so nice." Just spent her last 5 Social Security check on the vanilla ice cream. Rest in peace to Grandma, man. She lived an amazing life. I encourage y'all to spread the love, man. Hug your loved ones while you're here. We live in a very fast time travel. Some of y'all say, "Rick, why you be, that's real life right there, man. Real life." But anyways, let's get back to the video. Let's get back on topic. I apologize.
Champion of democracy. You should probably try it in your own primaries. For the first time today, I'm now considering RFK Jr.
Those are the people who are noticing it, because those are the people who are affected. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a Democrat. The Kennedy family has a long history, a family legacy under the Democrat Party banner. Well, obviously, let's call them Kennedy Democrats.
It's all right, though. We're still Trump 2024, baby. And we're going to crack open a cold one in November.
Or Democrats in general, well, those are the people who are being disenfranchised by all of the undemocratic actions we've seen from the Democrat Party. They've simply declared Joe Biden the victor. They're skipping democracy in favor of installing their preferred puppet president. And that is a uniquely Democrat issue. That doesn't affect Trump supporters. Trump supporters, like I said earlier, remain steadfast in their support and in their beliefs. And this is obviously seen within the polling data, as CNN pointed out.
This is viewed favorably across Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. In the 2020 exit polls, what do we see? 50% of voters view Joe Biden on average favorably in those states, compared to just 45% for Donald Trump. Look at the Joe Biden trend line where he is now. Joe Biden is far less like than he was 4 years ago. Just 43% of voters now view.
We wonder why. Just look what's been going on. Walk outside. What we say? Walk outside. You don't even got to turn the TV on anymore. Just walk outside. Hell, just wake up. Get out the bed. I encourage y'all to spread love to one another, man. Out of all the stuff that is going on, no matter what side you're on, no matter what you believe in, no matter what's going on, I encourage you to spread love to one another, y'all. Please. If you don't do anything else, hell, if you don't even go out to vote, even though we encourage y'all to go out and vote, but if you don't even go out and vote, I encourage you to spread love to one another. Care, be kind. A kind gesture and a simple smile to someone goes a long way, y'all. Long way.
Joe Biden favorably in these states. And Donald Trump, despite everything that has happened, is actually slightly more liked. 47% favorable rating. So this isn't just the lesser of two evils that's going on. The fact is that Donald Trump is, in fact, better liked than he was 4 years ago, and is better liked than Joe Biden is right now in these battleground states. It's pretty gosh darn clear.
Trump's support continues to rise. He maintains his base. He maintains his floor. The only way for Donald Trump is up. Meanwhile, Joe Biden continues to shed voters. He's shedding millennial voters due to the popular left-wing college stance on foreign policy in the Middle East relating to Israel and Gaza. He's shedding young voters because of all his empty promises, as we constantly cover. He's shedding minority voters because he told them, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Well, they listened, and then they got absolutely nothing for their vote. And now he's shedding Kennedy-supporting Democrats due to the undemocratic actions that they have taken, the extreme actions that they've taken to maintain their grasp on power. Those are the facts. That's what the data tells us. And now that RFK Jr. is officially on the ballot in Michigan, I guess we'll have to see where the polls go. Now, when pollsters ask voters in Michigan, who do you plan on voting for? Well, answering RFK Jr. is no longer a hypothetical if he is going to be in the election. It's now real. The head-to-head national polls in Michigan are completely irrelevant. We'll have to see where it goes, and of course we'll have to see what happens in Pennsylvania as well. The Kennedy family, as we know, has a long history in Pennsylvania. Let's see if the Kennedy family's rejection of their own family member has the effects that the Biden campaign is hoping for, or maybe, I don't know, just maybe it might have the opposite effect. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. All I know is that things are getting quite interesting, and I'll tell you this, after this latest development, Democrat strategists and activists, well, they're probably soiling their diapers. I guess just as their favorite president is on a daily basis. All right, well, that's what I got for you guys. That's, I guess, just as their favorite president is on a daily basis. All right, well, that's what I got.
Oh, man, I tell y'all comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, man. And again, spread the love. Be kind and care for one another. Hug your loved ones if they're around. Simple phone calls, simple texts. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. More health, more blessings, more success, growth, opportunities, pay raises, salary increases, bonuses, upgrades, more time to spend with your loved ones. That you live the life that you deserve. Because we live in a very, very fast time travel, y'all. I love y'all, man. But again, comment down below. Make sure you drop a like. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.